You ever find yourself scrolling online and bam, a video of a military conflict has millions of views? It's kind of weird, right? You'd think something so grim and complex wouldn't go viral. But, well, there's actually a formula to it. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to break down exactly how these real world battles get packaged up for you and me to watch online. Yeah, it's a really interesting question, isn't it? How do you take the absolute chaos of a frontline battle and turn it into something that people don't just watch but feel like they have to share? Let's dig into the techniques that make it all happen. Okay, so the secret sauce, the key to all of this, is a really simple but powerful formula: hook, retention, and payoff. Think about it. The hook is what grabs you in those first few seconds. The retention part, that's what keeps you glued to the screen, maybe with some intense details or high drama. And then the payoff, that's the satisfying ending, that aha moment. Remember that: hook, retention, payoff, because we're about to see it everywhere. All right, so that's the theory. But how does this formula actually work out in the wild? Let's jump right in and break down 5 really prominent viral videos about military conflicts. We're going to see for ourselves how it's done. So here's our lineup for today. We're going to look at 2 totally different takes on the war in Ukraine. Then we've got a super tense border clash, a compilation of raw footage, and even a what's next geopolitical forecast. Each one of these uses that hook, retention, payoff formula, but in its own kind of clever way. First up, Ukraine. This is a perfect place to start because we get to see how 2 different channels can cover the very same war using completely different strategies to hook you in. And right here, you see this fascinating contrast. On one side, you have military summary. They use these super granular details for retention. We're talking tactical maps, play-by-play battle analysis, and that works, right? It makes you feel like you're an insider, like you have some kind of specialized knowledge. But then, on the other side, you've got the Times of India. They go for this high-stakes geopolitical hook, targeting NATO, advanced weapons. That taps into a bigger sense of drama and huge consequences. So one pulls you in with the tiny details, the other with the massive danger. And just to give you a sense of how deep the detail gets, that military summary video didn't just give a vague update. No, it focused on 3 consecutive nights of intense strikes in one very specific area. I mean, that's the kind of specificity that really works as a retention tool. It promises you this expert-level understanding that you're not getting anywhere else. Okay, so now let's zoom out a bit and look at some other global flashpoints. This is where we'll see tactics like rapid-fire escalation, raw, unfiltered footage, and even the classic listicle format being used to go viral. Okay, check this out. The video about the Thailand-Cambodia border conflict, it's literally structured like a thriller movie. The narrative hook is a ceasefire collapsing, boom, instant tension. Then, the retention comes from this incredibly fast, dramatic escalation. A deadly skirmish happens, and the next thing you know, F-16 fighter jets are being scrambled. It's this clear, step-by-step storyline that makes a really complex event super easy to follow, and even easier to share. And the content itself? It's just pure visual drama. I mean, this quote really says it all. Explosions, downed drones, mass evacuations. These are exactly the kinds of high-impact visuals that keep you watching, wondering what in the world is going to happen next. It's just a textbook example of using that gut-level, visceral imagery to keep you hooked. Now, here's another really powerful tactic. I call it the documentary angle, and you see it from channels like Combat Archives. What they do is they present raw, GoPro and drone footage with almost no commentary. And the hook here? It's authenticity. In a world of super polished, slickly produced media, the promise of seeing something real, something unedited, is just incredibly compelling. It feels immediate, and it feels intensely personal. And finally, you've got the classic listicle. You've seen these everywhere. Top conflicts to watch in 2025. It takes these huge, messy geopolitical tensions and packages them into a simple, easy-to-digest ranking. The hook is the promise of easily understandable foresight, right? You click because you want to know what the top conflicts are, and you stay to see if your predictions match the list. It's a proven viral formula, just applied to global affairs. So we've looked at all these examples. What's the big picture here? What's the payoff for us, for the viewers trying to make sense of all this? This is where we're going to connect all the dots. Okay, so this is where it all comes together. We can now clearly see the patterns, right? We can map the tactics to the videos we just looked at. You've got the deep detail of tactical maps, the high drama of escalation, the you are there authenticity of raw footage, and the simple clarity of rankings. And listen, these aren't random choices. They are deliberate, calculated strategies designed to maximize engagement by tapping into what we all want: expertise, drama, and clarity.
So here's the crucial point, the big takeaway. The viral success of these videos, it's less about the conflict itself and way more about how it is packaged, the editing, the story they choose to tell, what they show you, and, just as importantly, what they don't show you. It is all engineered to hook your attention, keep it, and give you a simple, compelling payoff. Basically, war is being turned into content.
And that leaves us with one last, pretty important question. As the battlefield itself goes digital, as the front lines are broadcast and packaged for clicks, who is this content really for? Who is the real target audience? Is it about creating informed citizens? Is it about influencing policy? Or is it just about capturing our attention in an incredibly crowded digital world? It's definitely something to think about the next time you see a war going viral in your feed.